Hi, Mr. Faganu. My name is Milkelis Martinez. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a seat, please. So, I'm a social worker at the UCF Counseling Center, and I just wanted to meet with you here today because we wanted to get a feel of why social worker students decide to join our profession. So first, I'd like to start off by just saying that anything that you say here is going to be kept confidential, meaning that it's just going to stay between you and I, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so just to start off the interview, can you please explain to me your reasons for joining the social work profession?
Okay. Before we begin, thank you so much for allowing me to be here today. There's a couple of reasons why I wanted to pursue social work as a career. I feel the most important reason has to do with my mother. She is a social worker, and growing up, I always wanted to follow in her footsteps and, become a great role model as she has provided to me, to other people. She's just very caring. She has a huge heart, and she wants to have everyone's need met before her needs are met. And she's usually the person who just goes above and beyond for everything. And just to give you a particular instance in, the way she kind of inspired me, we grew up in New York, and we used to take the subways to get from point A to point B. And one day when we were in the subway, it was so crowded, it was very dirty and filthy, and it was very irritable. And there was this homeless guy laying on the ground next to me, and I said to my mother, I'm like, wow, like, what is he doing? Like, he's just taking up space. And my mom, she's like, wow, like, before you judge others, you need to think of the things you can do in order to help them. And she's like, you shouldn't judge other people. You should treat everyone equally the way you want it to be treated. And, that quote has stayed with me for the rest of my life. And growing up, there's always been situations that occurred where she's kind of like put me back in perspective on what I should really be doing as a person. So that really inspired me to pursue social work as a profession.
Okay, so it sounds like your mom was definitely a major factor.
Yeah.
As inspiration, and also the values that she instilled in you,
Definitely.
and just helping other people less fortunate.
Absolutely.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about maybe any populations that you're particularly interested in?
Okay. Well, currently I'm a advanced standing MSW student, and right now I'm placed at Orlando Regional Medical Center in the Patient and Family Counseling Unit. And luckily we get to see all types of populations, going from trauma victims to domestic violence to Baker-acted patients, mental illness, etc. The list goes on. But I feel the most two important populations that I feel connected to are definitely the Baker-acted population and the domestic violence population.
Okay. Why is that exactly?
Well, let's begin with the Baker-acted population. They have a lot of the patients that I see have mental illnesses, and they just make a lot of decisions that are stemmed from impulsivity. So they're really impulsive, and they don't have the correct support group in order to guide them to make good decisions. And many times when they're in the hospital, they need medication to help them calm their nerves and think coherently. So I like working with them specifically because a lot of times the nurses and the doctors, they'll just be like, wow, like, what is this patient doing? He's just taking up space. There's so many sick people. We just need to get him out of here. So I like to come in and kind of just advocate for them, and if they're in need of medication, advocate to the nurses, call a psychiatrist if I need, and really, provide active listening and just be there for them because they don't have anyone else. And, we don't want to send them home and then have them commit suicide. So I really feel as my purpose as a social worker is really effective and I'm making a difference. And now moving on to the domestic violence population. A lot of the times the victims, it could be women and men, they come in and they're beaten up very severely. And it's just definitely essential to kind of like guide them and educate them, like, you know, if you return home, you know, this could be life or death, this could be the last time. Sometimes social workers ask, you know, what are you living for? What do you strive for? To kind of have them start thinking in future. So I feel, again, like my role as a social worker, it's really effective. I can provide resources, maybe get them into some shelters that allow both their kids and her or him to stay there. So I really enjoy working with those two specific populations.
Okay, so it sounds like you really care for the clients that you're working with.
Yeah.
You sound very passionate, and you want to make a difference in their lives.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, well, thank you for sharing those stories with me.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being here once again. I think that we definitely have gained the knowledge and information that we needed to in order to accomplish our goal. So thank you once again.
Thank you. Take care.